ladies and gentlemen, what's happening? Welcome to the live stream for studentloanjustice.org. If you're new to the group, welcome. We are the oldest, largest, first, in many ways, in fact, truly the only true grassroots group fighting only and absolutely for student loan justice. We've been around for 18 years now, nearly. I'm going to get right into it, guys. I'm not going to bore you tonight. It is Monday, November 28th. Hope everybody had a great weekend. This is the most important week in the 17 and a half going on 18-year history of this group, ladies and gentlemen. We now stand on the precipice of finally getting student loan justice. A couple of announcements. Let's see. A lot is going on, if you can't tell. I'm a little frazzled. Number one, I'm actually going to California. I learned that song literally about 45 seconds before I started the live stream. So apologies apologies to Brian Wilson and the Beach Boys. Headed to California next week to help launch the premiere of a documentary that we're working on. We're going to be at the University of Southern California Film School. The documentary in question is called Lone Wolves, Loan Wolves, Lone Wolves. Google it, check it out. It's going to be a big deal. It's going to be a couple days after our thing in Los Angeles. It will be on Peacock. I want to say MSNBC. So it's kind of a big deal. We're thrilled. Thanks, by the way, to Lisa Ansell at USC for making that happen, as well as Blake Zeff, the filmmaker, who hopefully you've caught a whiff of this film. It's literally the best documentary ever made on the student loan topic, particularly for our purposes. Hopefully you will see it and you will see what I'm talking about. I could not be more pleased that this film is coming out when it is. The timing could not be better, so I'm pretty jacked. Quickly on that note, if you can donate, guys, it'd be super helpful. We're going to need to do some wardrobe modifications in preparation for this event next week. Probably going to need to raise about $120 or so to get some decent threads. I'm not going to wear a suit, but I do kind of need like some new pants and like a sweater and stuff like that. So if you can help, please help. Just please help. Last thing on the donation link, on the donation front, we're still needing around 57 people to donate $20 or more to keep us in this fight through the end of the year. Please just help, because I suck at fundraising. I don't like doing it. It's not a lot of money in the grand scheme. If you appreciate all that we've done, all that we're doing, and most importantly, all that we are poised to get done by the end of this year, knock on wood, just please help so I can shut up about it. I fucking hate fundraising, pardon my French. Also, speaking of Lisa, if you would please vote for Lisa, and this is sort of a nice point of levity. Please just vote for Lisa at this link here. It's a contest she's in. She's going to bring huge national attention to the student loan issue at the most critical time that we need all the exposure that we can get on the student loan issue. This is a national glamour contest. Who would have thought? Lisa's currently in like 4th or 5th place, I believe, but she's in the finals. So just please vote for her and it will be good. And by the way, it's like tonight's live stream is all about Lisa, but if you live in New York, please, and you are willing to help organize something, I can't say much more than that, that involves high-profile politicians, please contact Lisa. You can reach her directly, and she can tell you more. I'm not gonna say anything more than that. Email her at lansell, that's LANSELL at usc.edu. It's a big deal. It's actually a very big deal. So please, if you live in New York and you're willing to do some over and above volunteer stuff, this is very, 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 very critical. So And if I seem like I'm in a kind of a good mood today, it's because I am, actually. I got a note today. And again, I'm really sorry I can't just spill my guts out here like I do most nights. I got a note today from a very high-ranking person in Washington, D.C. I can't say that was interesting, empathetic, and anyways, I'm pretty happy, guys. I think that we're exactly where we need to be if we are going to get our legislation passed. And by the way, if you're new to the group, the most important thing that I will say to you tonight is that no matter what sort of solution you would like to see with your for your own student loans, all of that depends on us, the people, getting the leverage of bankruptcy rights back. Bankruptcy was called for in the Constitution. Founding fathers were being savaged under debt to British banks and merchants. They called for uniform bankruptcy laws ahead of the power to declare war and raise an army. This has been taken uniquely away from student loans, and it lies at the heart of everything. We can beg Joe Biden and the Department of Education and others all for years and years to cancel these loans. And as long as the leverage of the threat of bankruptcy provides to us, as long as that is gone, it ain't going to happen, guys. It's not going to happen. We've been looking at this problem for 18 years now, and we know a dead dog when we see one. And fighting for cancellation, as long as the leverage of bankruptcy gone, that's a non-starter. It just will not happen, guys. Certainly not in the current politics. So we've got two great bills that are perfectly positioned to be passed right now. They are bipartisan bills. We're a nonpartisan group, by the way. If you're Republican or Democrat or Libertarian or whatever you may be, you're very welcome on this group, and we're very glad that you're here. Having said that, this kind of comes down to the Democrats, guys. Our two bills are sponsored by the chairman of the House and Senate Judiciary Committees, respectively. That's HR 9110 in the House, S2598 in the Senate. These bills will return bankruptcy rights to federal student loans as they exist for all other loans, with one little caveat that there's a 10-year waiting period. So your loans have to be more than 10 years old, which is it's not perfect, but it is an actual solid step forward for us. It is the key to everything, guys. It's the key to everything. We've got to get our bankruptcy rights back, and to sweeten the pot, or raise the stakes, I should say, we've got to get this done by the end of the year. By the end of this year. That's 5 or 6 weeks away. And honestly, it's even shorter than that, because the last day that the Senate is in session is December 21st. Last day that the House is in session is, I want to say, December 15th. So we have even less time than that. So if you sitting there were ever going to actually own this problem, which is your problem, and help us fight, it would be right now, today, and for the next 3 weeks. People say, what are the chances of us succeeding? Well, first of all, let me just say, when we get the threat of bankruptcy returned, it's a very direct path between that and the Biden administration having to cancel loans very broadly and meaningfully. And I can talk about that later if you're interested in knowing why that's true, but it's certainly true. So people like to ask me, so what are the odds that they're going to pass this bill by the end of the year? And that's frankly a dumb question, because this is not happening in a vacuum, ladies and gentlemen. What we do on this group means everything. These bills wouldn't even exist but for the work of tens of thousands of people, maybe even hundreds of thousands at this point, of people on our group. If everyone on our group were to, for example, do our daily actions, let me dial that in for you so you can see it, bit.ly.slj daily actions, or just go to our website, go to studentloanjustice.org, and you can see the daily actions at the top of the page. If everybody on our group were doing these daily actions, yeah, we'd for sure, 99.9% sure, succeed by December 21st. I mean, we are that big, guys. We are that big and strong if we choose to flex our muscle. And flexing our muscle means our people, at a minimum, doing those daily actions. That's it. The daily actions are easy, by the way. They're simple. They're quick. You got to have a Twitter account. Get a Twitter account if you don't have one. But yeah, it is virtually a certainty that we will finally, after 18 years, get student loan justice. When, if and when everybody on our group were doing our daily actions. Can you imagine over 1 million people blowing up the phone lines in Congress and overwhelming the Twitter accounts of our targeted people? I don't want to say targeted, that's a bad word. But can you imagine if, even if 10% of the people in our group were doing these daily actions, it would completely overwhelm all the politicians, all the media people, everybody that we put in our sites. I guess I'll just say, it still sounds kind of bad. If nobody does our daily actions, or nobody fights this battle with us, daily actions are the first and best and minimum that everybody should be doing, then I'd say there's pretty much no chance that we're going to succeed by the end of the year. So that's the cruel math, guys, and it's true. You have no idea how important you are. And if I thought getting on my knees and begging you to do our daily actions would make that happen, I would do it in a heartbeat. But this is up to you. We've done everything that we can on this end. We're doing everything that we can on this end. But who are we? We are nothing without you. And if you don't help us in this common cause, we will fail. And January 1st will come, and Congress will be gridlocked for 2 years, if not 4 years, if not 8 years, if not 12 years, like what happened last time. And it'll be a very dark place. I don't want to go to that dark place. I've been in that dark place for too many years now. And so it all depends on you. Not being lazy, not thinking that somebody else is going to pull your weight for you and do your daily actions for you. That never happens, has never happened, will never happen. You're not better than us also, by the way. And when you help, we will win. It's as simple as that. So I'm going to look for your comments now. God, there's a couple other things that I was wanting to talk about. If you can't tell, there's a lot going on right now, guys. This is by far and away the most busy we've ever been. And, we had reached the state of pretty much being overwhelmed as of like April 2020. So we are way past that. They talk about turn it up to 11. Yeah, we're probably about 16 or 17, if not like 18 right now. And this is only going to increase through December 15th and 21st or so. It's going to be a roller coaster, guys. But the only thing that we're asking you to do at a minimum are our daily actions. I don't think that's too much to ask. And I hope you'll agree. We have people like Martha on the East Coast. Martha's in a wheelchair. Martha can't even speak. A lot of things Martha can't do. Martha can type, and Martha does our daily actions damn near every single day. I think if Martha can figure out a way to get it done, I think you can. We have people with all sorts of debilitating challenges in their face. We have Mike, a trucker in Ohio. He works probably 12, 14. He's driving he's driving the maximum number of hours as allowed under federal law. I mean, this guy is burning the candle at both ends. He finds a way to do our daily actions every day. He got a call into C-SPAN this morning. And, Gordon Watts, same thing. Gordon is a pit bull. Jackie, Joanna in Florida, as I said, Lisa. So many people are just kicking the shit out of things. And I salute and applaud all of you, by the way. We are the veterans. We are the pioneers. We have a lot to be proud of. Everybody else who's not, you need to get off your ass. We're on, like I said, we are on the brink of either a massive victory or a stunning years or even decades long defeat. And what you do, what you sitting there do between now and December 21st. We'll tell that story. So I'm looking for your comments now. Let me just do a quick refresh here. I hope you guys are stoked. I hope you guys are pleased and impressed with all that we've gotten done over the past 2.5 years. You know, we've gone from walking in the wilderness to not only, at least on paper, getting the president to actually announce a loan cancellation by executive order, albeit very lame and fake and suspicious. That's not nothing, guys. That all started here on this group with our petition. In fact, it started even before that. It started in August 2019 with a seminal interview we did with Vice News, which very innocently asked the question, can the president cancel student loans by executive order? So that started here, guys. Something to be proud of, if not impressed with the actual outcome, which is lame and feckless. Shame on Joe Biden. But yeah, guys, I hope you're pleased. These bills would not even exist but for the people on this group. So this group is way more important than we may appear, guys. And we need you. And if you forget everything I say tonight, remember at least this: we need you. We need you doing these daily actions at a minimum. You know, you can do way more than the daily actions, by the way. You know, we're smart people. We've all, you know, been to college and stuff like that. So we can be clever and creative and do things on our own. Everybody has good ideas that I'm not thinking of. There's a million things that you can do, that you can execute right now on your own, that you think are smart and clever and well designed to get our bills passed by the end of the year. S2598, HR 9110. Our laser focus are the members of Congress who matter on this. So that's Dick Durbin, it's Jerry Nadler, it's David Cicilline, it's Speaker Pelosi, and it's leader of the Senate, Chuck Schumer. It's those 5 people. Those are, by and large, pretty much all we can focus on at this point. That's not completely true. We're also focusing on the media, which should be helping us way more. You know, bankruptcy has always been the black sheep in the media. There's a very good reason for that, by the way. It is the kryptonite of the lending system, and the powers that be, who essentially control the mainstream media, they do everything they can to take the light off of bankruptcy. And plus, it's just not very sexy of a topic. It's just, you know, so there are all those natural infrastructural, let's say, disadvantages that we find ourselves at. But yet, even with all those challenges, we've still managed to make the point. And I'm telling you guys that this group and what we've been able to do, what we're poised to do, is clear evidence that the truth is a stubborn thing. You know, all we've done on this group over many years is tell the truth. And if things work the way we hope they will, everything's queued up, everything's teed up perfectly right now. If things keep going, then the truth should rise to the top and overcome all the disadvantages, all the hurdles, the very bad people, our opposition, very bad people, that they have been throwing against us for years and decades. But as I said, guys, it all depends on you and whether you do our daily actions at a minimum. We would and by the way, I want to thank Michael and Gordon for getting on C-SPAN this morning. Here, another thing that you can do, and we're asking everybody, try to get a call in one of these mornings between now and December, let's say, I'm going to say now in the next 2 weeks, just to be safe about it. Try and get a call in on one morning on C-SPAN and make sure that you make the point as strongly as you possibly can that Congress has got to use, the Democrats in Congress most notably, have got to use this lame duck session to pass S2598 and HR 9110. We got at least 2 callers on today, and that's good. I'd like to get more. So, hey, I see we have quite a few comments here. Hey, Jackie Abram, we get 3 hearts from her. So she liked what she was hearing 18 minutes ago. I don't know what that was. Hey, Christina Winton from Arizona says, made those calls, wrote, performed daily actions, asked for virtual meetings to get our bills passed, or risk supporting unconstitutional and illegal loans, and are now financial slavery, also illegal. Well, good, Christina. I'm not sure what all that entailed, but it sounds pretty involved. Calling your senators. We're also asking everybody to make sure that you call both of your senators and your House rep at least 2 times this week. And even if you have to leave a message, if you don't get a live human on the other side of the phone, at least leave a message and tell them that they need to be pushing S2598 and HR 9110 right now as hard as they can, and they must get these bills, this legislation passed by the end of this year. Do that. It will help big time. So that's awesome, Christina. Hey, Laura's with us tonight. Hey, Laura. Laura says, voted for Lisa again today. I hope she wins and gets exposure. Yes, exactly. I should say, full disclosure, there's like a sizable cash prize for this thing. It's like $40,000 or something like that. And Lisa has pledged to do like a third of those winnings in support for student loan justice. So not that I even the money, we've never been motivated by money, guys. But that would help us tremendously. It'd be a huge boon for us. I wouldn't have to fundraise for many months, more than several months. I would not have to fundraise for like 4, 5, 6 months. We would not have to fundraise for with that sort of a thing. But vote for Lisa anyways. She deserves it, no matter what. Everything else also notwithstanding. We get 3 these symbols from Lisa. Okay, good. Gordon, did you miss anything of weight? I don't know, man. I don't know what you consider weighty or not, but good job on C-SPAN today. You don't have to drop my name, by the way. I mean, it's just kind of, you don't have to do that. Just make the point about S2598 and HR 9110. And you need to talk slower too, Gordon, because people can't understand what you're saying. You already know. I've already told you this about 1 million times. But good job, Gordon. We appreciate all the work that you're doing for sure. Gordon's a real trooper. If long-winded and he says way too much in too short of a period of time, which I do sometimes, but Gordon, ooh, man, he just takes it to a new level. Hey, Lisa Ansel always says, we need to live and breathe these bills no matter how busy we all are. Everyone needs to be calling Chuck Schumer, Pelosi, Durbin, and Nadler daily, even if we don't get a person on the phone. Try to communicate with their comms teams to set up virtual meetings to express how important this issue is for millions. Yes, Lisa, everything Lisa just said. And remember, guys, they don't know about us, but we are fighting for 38 million distressed student loan borrowers in the country. So for every one of us on this live stream, there's probably how many is that? I don't even know. I don't want to even do the math. There's tens of thousands of people for every one of us on this live stream here tonight, for sure. There's thousands of people for everyone on our Facebook group. There's 10 people. No, wait. There's 40 plus people for every person who's on our group or who has signed our petition. So everything that we do matters, guys. We've got to punch way above our weight. We're the pioneers. Most people with student loans are never going to know about us, and they're never going to do those daily actions because they'll never know between now and December 21st. It's all up to us on this group. The living, breathing human people on this group. We can't count on the media to help us. We're getting lucky here and there, and I hope that will continue. We can't count on any of that stuff, guys. All we have is us. Normal people who have internet access and phones. That's all we got, guys. But at the same time, it's really all that we need. It all comes down to whether and how hard you sitting there listening to me fight. You can't unhear all the stuff that I just said, guys. You can't. So get rid of whatever psychological baggage. A lot of people think of these live streams and what our group and Facebook generally and Twitter as some kind of entertainment. We're not here to entertain you guys. We're a working, fighting group. And the only reason that anybody should be on this group is because they are doing the work, the hard work. It's not that hard. It's actually really easy, which comprises, at a minimum, our daily actions. Daily actions. Go to the website. You can see our daily actions. I see we've got quite a few comments here. I probably am not going to be able to get all of them on today. Christina has a question about TikTok. I think it's too late for us to be doing anything groundbreaking between now and December 21st. We have a TikTok account, but our exposure is just extremely limited. I just don't think there's enough time between now and December 20th to do much. Edward McKinley, our fearless co-leader, Ed in Massachusetts. We love you, Ed. Happy belated birthday, by the way. Ed says, if Domino's burnt your pizza, you would call them and let them have it. At the least, you would insist on a refund. This is a little more important than that, Ed says. Right, exactly. Like, if there was a pothole like the size of, if there was a pothole the size of a manhole cover in front of your house, you'd probably call the city and like complain, right? And ask them to come out and fix that pothole. Well, what if the pothole in front of your house was the size of a freaking Volkswagen? Like, what if it was the size of a freaking elephant? Would you not call the city and have them come fix that pothole? I think you probably would. Well, the analogy even fails still. This problem is so huge. And what we get done in this group between now and December 21st will have such a major impact on your financial livelihood. What happens with your student loans hangs in the balance of what we get done between now and December 21st. It could have a very good ending. I don't know that we'll be popping the champagne corks when we get the unpleasant right of bankruptcy returned. It's not that kind of a battle, but it's just so important. It's just so important in so many ways. It may not be glamorous or sexy to fight for bankruptcy, but it is absolutely critical, and you have no idea how important you might be. Okay, guys, you know what? I think I'm going to leave it there at that. I've gone on a little longer than I was planning on tonight. We're in a good spot, guys. We're in a good spot. But again, everything depends on how hard you fight, how hard you sitting there fight. We're the only group in the nation fighting this battle, guys. Nobody else is going to come to our aid. It's up to us. Sink or swim. Win or lose. I choose win, and I hope that you guys agree. So let's get this done. I'll be back Wednesday. I may be doing some impromptu live streams depending on what kind of news breaks, etc. Don't be distracted, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of distractions out there. All the cancellation bullshit, it's all distraction. Every article that you're going to read on the internet about student loans today is a distraction. Unless it mentions bankruptcy and unless it mentions our bills, that's 2598 and HR 9110. It's not worth reading. We got this, guys, but we have to focus, and we need you. So good luck in your efforts. Keep us posted as to your accomplishments and achievements. Do all that stuff I said. Please, we need you. We'll get nowhere without you. We will get everywhere with you. Easily, this battle is easily won when you help us fight. So good luck in your efforts. Godspeed, everyone out there. Let's make this the strongest week in our 18-year history. God bless everyone.